Hey, Seisha's Creed. So, today's Sunday. Last Friday, just 2 days ago, I went out to dinner with a group of married couples, old people, and Mum was meant to come, but you know her social anxiety, so she decided not to come. And I was really excited. We've just come back down to Tassie, and so I went through all my stuff and found all my pretty stuff and beautiful heels and dresses and, pardon the sound, it's the canopy. And it's kind of cold here, so I wore my beautiful coat and I have a matching handbag to that, so I got dressed up all ritzy and I felt really pretty. I even put makeup on. And I was really excited for like 2 or 3 days, you know, the build up. I was really excited to go out, and I'm gonna go to a nice restaurant and yeah, so we got there and I had one drink, which that's all I ever have. Just like a tin of stuff, which basically it's just like fizzy water with a dash of alcohol, but barely even alcohol. Anyways, then we had dinner and I didn't feel really good, and I thought, like, all my senses were all heightened, and I thought, I'm just having a bit of anxiety because I haven't been out in public, like, to dinner or just around people for like a year. I've barely been around people, especially in a public environment. And so I just thought, oh, I'm just having, you know, a little anxiety attack, and it's no problem. I get it a lot, and I just dealt with it. And I noticed that all the cattail. I noticed that all of the I could hear everything, like really everything seemed really loud in my ears. I didn't feel very good, and I'm not a sickly person. I never feel unwell. I'm not really used to feeling bad. I just thought, oh, I must really be having, you know, a bit of a panic attack, anxiety sort of thing. The cat keeps mooching the phone, so anyways, and I thought, well, I couldn't be because I had too much to drink, because I had one drink and then I had dinner, so I shouldn't be feeling like this because of drinking. And then I had a cup of tea, and I thought, well, that might relax me a bit, but I still didn't feel right. I didn't say it to anyone because I hate admitting that I'm not well, so I just said, oh, I probably should be getting home. It's 8:30. Notice the time, 8:30. And so then one of the gentlemen said, oh, well, I'll run you home because you're literally like 2 minutes away. Literally, I could have walked there in 10 minutes, like it was so close. And so just him, he drove me home in his car. And his missus said, well, our friends here live pretty close, so they can just drop me home. And he said, okay, cool. So that was organised. Anyways, I get home at 10:30. It's an 8-minute drive, and I get home at 10:30. I literally lost 2 hours. And I just felt so bad in the car, and this guy keeps saying, are you feeling alright? You alright? Do you feel bad? Or like, he just kept asking me if I'm okay. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't think I look particularly unwell, and I'm not saying that I feel bad. I haven't indicated anything to say that I'm not well. You know, maybe I'm just tired. Like, he just was asking, like, in the most peculiar way, like he was waiting for something. Like he knew that I wasn't well. And anyways, I was conscious, but I can't remember anything. Like, my memory is just completely gone. And I get home, or to the place we're staying at the moment, with one of Mum's mates, and I walk in, and the first bedroom is the guy's bedroom, and Mum's in there because he's got like a big TV, and they're watching, I don't know, sports or something. And she said like, oh, you know, we're waiting for you. You're so late and you didn't message me or anything. And I message her like every 20 minutes, like concerningly often. And I didn't message her from 8:30 to 10:30. And she said, oh my gosh, you know, you okay? Or what happened? And I just sat on the edge of the bed, and as I went to stand up a minute or two later, I started convulsing and I went into having a full epileptic seizure. Like, I was having a seizure, and I kept saying, I can't see, there's all these colours, I can hear voices, I'm tripping, like literally fucking tripping. Everything looked like, if like my face, like if it was straight ahead, it looked like it was 10 meters back. Like it looked like it was further away, but if it was like here in my peripheral, it felt like it was, if it was here, it felt like it was here. Like everything was contorted. All of my perception was contorted, and everything felt like it was like tilting, like I was on like a way bridge, like a swaying bridge. Like everything was like swaying, like nothing was level. Everything was on an angle. And I'm just like, you know, what is happening to me? I don't take drugs. I've never felt anything like this before. And Mum called the ambulance, and they said, you've been roofied, and probably slipped some acid as well, because roofies don't give you hallucinations and stuff like that. They just put you into a like a state of where you can't defend yourself. You're completely conscious, but you're paralyzed. That's how I describe it. And then the next day you can't remember anything. But then for the hallucinations, it would have been something like acid or maybe LSD, but strong wasn't LSD, because they said LSD or ecstasy, it's all like happy drugs. But this wasn't. This was not a happy drug. It was the most awful experience of my life, and I just kept having seizures all throughout the night, and my heart was like literally, like you could see my neck going like this. It was like so fast, and I kept saying, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. My heart's just about to like explode, and it was going so fast. It was getting pain, like there's pains in my chest. It would hurt so bad, and I honestly don't know how. I thought I was gonna die, and I kept saying to Mum, it's not gonna end, it's not stopping, it's not getting better. Can you just literally just kill me? I don't want to endure another second of this. It's just atrocious. I can't deal with this. I can't see, I can't hear anything. My senses are so heightened that I went numb. So everything just got like so intense that I went numb, and now I actually can't feel anything. That's apparently a side effect that you'll get for like at least a week. And then yesterday I was just, so that was Friday night through to Saturday morning. I woke up, I think I passed out more than slept, but when I came to consciousness early in the morning about 5 a.m, I just felt like my emotions were so mucked up. Like I just wanted to cry and scream, and I kept just curling up in a ball and just like just rocking, like, yeah. And at this point I didn't remember anything. And then today, which is Saturday was when I felt really, really bad. Like someone said that's basically withdrawals from whatever was put in your drink or your food, or, and I was like, who the hell would do that? Like, why would a bar staff do that? Like, I'm with a bunch of old people, like, you're not gonna have an opportunity. There's only one reason anyone roofies someone. So I'm like, why would anyone roofie me? And I can't remember anything. Like, I lost the milk. It was in the fridge right there, but I couldn't see it, and I just kept having a panic attack, and Mum's like, the milk's right there, darling. You know.
Then we called the ambulance again.
And then we called the ambulance again yesterday morning, and they just said, like, then they said to me something, who got the drinks? Like, what did you drink? And I said, oh, I had 1 tin just of basically lolly water before dinner, and then I had a cup of tea after dinner, And they actually kind of chuckled. They're like, you're 18 and you had a cup of tea. Like, they said, did you have anything else to drink after dinner? I said, yeah. They said, what was that? And I said, a cup of tea. And both the Ambos were like, they chuckled. And then they said, who brought the drinks? Did they have drink staff? I said, well, that place has drink staff, but one of the same gentlemen who drove me home happened to go and get the drinks. And they're like, they looked at each other very suspectly, like, oh, right. It's like, I've known this guy since I was born. He was at my birth. He was at my christening. He and his wife are my godparents. And he takes the liberty of slipping me a Mickey and then going, oh, let me drive you home.
And most probably raping you.
And most probably doing bad things, but I obviously can't remember, but I know that something happened because you can tell when something's happened to your body. And no point going into detail. It's just basically the story in full is where the information lies. The point of why I'm saying this is like, who can you trust in this world? Someone who helped you, your mum, give birth to you, literally has been there through every step, and he knows that I take medication which cannot be mixed with other medication, which is probably why I had such an adverse reaction. Yeah, he knows that I literally nearly died. And Mum messaged him and said, oh, Lily's not feeling well. And he's like, oh yes, that's whatever. That's never how he reacts. If I ever say I don't feel well, he literally rings me up or comes around with medicine. Like, he's very, very caring. And then this time Mum's texted him and said, oh, Lily's not feeling well. And he said, oh, well, she said that she wasn't feeling well the other day, so that's probably just the same thing, like, just some really dumb answer. And I'm just like, my goodness, are you serious? The fuck? Who can you trust in this world? Like, what, you want to nearly kill someone just to have your way? Like, this is a rich guy. He could afford a hooker if he wanted one, if that was his intention. It's just some fucking sick game. What is that? What would you get out of that? Whether bad things happened or not, I don't even care. It's more the point that I nearly freaking died. I was like that close to dying, and they said, well, there's nothing we can do about it. We can't give her any medicine because we don't know what she's taken. And I refused to go to hospital because, you know, I hate hospitals almost as much as I hate cops. And for good reason. They've killed my mum 3 times in front of me, flatlined, and told me to wait out in the waiting room and not inform me that she was actually alive for like 3 to 4 hours. I've just been sitting there like, I'm a fucking orphan. I don't like hospitals, so I'm not going to a hospital. And they just said, well, there's nothing we can give you if you don't know what's in your system. If we give you something to relax you, it might give you a reaction. So I just had to endure it, and Mum was there, and I was just shaking, and she had to like basically pin me down just so I would stop convulsing. But it was more than convulsing, it was like a full-on seizure. And I remember being conscious and just not being able to stop, and I was completely blind, and all I could see was like...
That's true enough.
So anyway, that's what happened, and I yeah, I'm out.